Hello and hello everybody. Welcome to the Unlucky Streams today. And as promised this week, it is another adventure into the archives. It's been a while since the debut, but we actually have a good friend with us today. So why don't we go over to the archives and say hello to our lovely guests. Hello! For those who don't know, this is Liz. Oh, wait, hang on. I want to check on something real quick. I just want to double check if if people can hear you in the background. Yeah. Say something? Oh, that's weird. Oh, hang on. I think I know. Okay, now you can try.
Hi, hello, testing.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that.
You're good. No worries. Technical difficulties, right?
Yeah. Well,
I get that.
Anywho, hello and welcome to the archives. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Thank you for inviting me here. My name is Liz Justice. You can call me Liz for short. I am a Narwhal Queen VTuber, ruler of the seas, full-time variety streamer. And I just do a bunch of random stuff and sometimes play video games that I'm really bad at, and I don't know why, but I do. It's great. That's pretty much all you need to know about me is I somewhat do stuff. Oh my.
What?
You got some stuff on your face.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes when I get a little snacky, I usually have some chips with me.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, they're the powder-
I understand.
They're the powdery good kind.
I was gonna say, I was like, man, those chips look good. They look delicious.
Yeah, they are. They do leave quite the mess, though, so it can get a little annoying.
Understandable. I get that. I was eating Carolina Reaper Cheetos the other day, and I think like the dust on my fingers, it was so hard to get them out. It took me like a good solid 10 minutes to like get it out of like just all the nooks and crannies of my fingers and my nails and everything.
Yeesh. That sounds rough.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh, this is why I don't eat Cheetos too often anymore. This explains a lot.
I've kind of stopped eating Cheetos for a while, and yeah, I've stopped eating Cheetos for quite a while now. So mostly because every time someone always gets Cheetos in the house, it's always the hot Cheeto kind, and I don't like hot Cheetos.
Yeah, it's a required taste. I don't normally eat Carolina Reaper Cheetos, but my friend got them for me because she wanted to see if I could handle it. And it was not bad. Like, it wasn't as spicy as some of the other things I've eaten Carolina Reaper. So, you know, it was just kind of like, all right, this is fine. You know, I was just like, it's just kind of hot. That's it.
You know, a while back, I actually tried these chips known as Hers. They had this one called Deep Dish Pizza. And boy, were they amazing.
That sounds delicious. Dude, any pizza flavored chips are usually like really good.
Oh.
I don't know why, but they're always really good.
Pringles are a good example of that.
Yes. Oh my god. Have you ever tried their rotisserie chicken flavored ones?
There's a rotisserie chicken flavor?
Yeah, there's a rotisserie chicken flavored ones. They're actually kind of good. I was actually kind of surprised. I was like, what in the world is this? And I was like, you know what? I want to try it. And oh boy, is it was so good. It was like the pizza ones where you're like, I'll try it. You know? But I'm surprised you never heard of that before.
Yeah, that's actually surprising. Well, I don't really eat as much chips as I used to. Like, I maybe get like a bag, maybe like once a week, and then
Mm-hmm.
or twice a month.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Gotta keep.
Understandable.
Also, we actually have someone in chat, Narco Zero Neko, and she says,
Oh, Neko. Yeah, Neko is he's one of my peeps.
"Oh," and he says, "Egg."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, about that. He's kind of a leader of a cult in my Discord. They kind of turned my Discord into an egg cult where they worship the best egg.
Eggman?
No, not Eggman. It's Neko's fiance. Apparently, Neko's fiance is an egg. I don't know why. I don't question it, okay? Neko is a ferret who apparently has a fiance who's an egg. That's all I know.
I've heard of weirder things.
Yeah, but they pretty much run a cult in my Discord now. It it's kind of been taken over as a cult to worship an egg. So and pass out eggs to members. So yeah.
So
It's
what's it
great.
called? The Cult of Egg or the Omelets Society?
I don't know actually what it's actually called. I just kind of was like, oh, what is this, a cult now for an egg? And they were like, yeah. And then I was like, oh, okay. I don't know if Neko has a name for it yet, but you know, Neko's the one that runs it. I'm kind of just like, I'm just here, you know. It's the cult of the egg. Okay,
The Cult
so
of
that's the
Egg.
name of it, the cult of the egg. Yeah, yeah.
You know, every time I
So-
see the word egg, I'm always thinking of that ASDF short, where the guy just points at an egg and he's like, and apparently he turns people into eggs.
Wait, what?
Oh,
He
you never-
points and
Yeah.
turns them into eggs?
Yeah, have you never heard of ASDF films? Then again, if you
I
just-
have, yeah.
Yeah, it's a really
I-
old. It's an old. I guess I wouldn't say old, honestly. Like, I think that one's been like around for maybe a year or two. Time is not really
why
my
don't I
specialty.
remember that? Man, that's so funny because I've watched those like so often and so common. So it's kind of weird that I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's still pretty funny.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to go back and like rewatch it because I don't remember the egg one.
Well, speaking of
At
eggs, we should
all.
probably talk about other types of things that have happened, such as a certain character in a certain game.
No.
Eggman is
Oh.
Eggman, and of course, Sonic Frontiers came out last week.
Yeah, yeah. It did. It did.
I
Now-
unfortunately haven't played it yet, so I don't know if it's good or
Mm,
not. To give my personal
Me
opinion.
either. I kind of was like skeptical because I'm like, okay, it's an open world platform, right? And I was just like, knowing Sonic games, they haven't had a good game for a while.
It's been since
been kind of-
Generations, since the last
Yeah.
decent Sonic game.
Yeah, and I was just like, I don't know about this because they obviously seem to struggle with 3D in the
Basically-
past, and I was like,
Yeah, I think over the past few years, I think Sonic Team has basically forgotten how to make Sonic games. I mean, I think Sonic Frontiers might be a step on the right track because I've heard some positive things about it. But if there's one thing I generally know that what makes Sonic like a really good series, the music is just bopping.
yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Of course.
I mean, I've seen clips of the music. I've seen clips of the gameplay, and the music honestly is like the best thing about the game. But what else is new with Sonic games?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I guess from my understanding, from people who I know who are playing it or have played it, they say it's really, really well done. Like they said, this is actually one of they have it. They were like, man, Sonic's really pulling back. First the movies, now this game. I guess they've really managed to figure it out and really get back to their roots in a sense.
Oh, by the
So
way,
it's
Neko,
nice
we're
to
not
see that.
hating. Oh, and by the way, Neko, we're not really hating on, you know, the What's what I'm looking for? Oh yeah, we're not hating on Sonic Mania at all. It's a very fantastic game. Best Sonic's been in years. It's just that Sonic Team didn't really made it. It was made by literal fans of the Sonic games, honestly.
Yeah, we're talking about like the official, you know.
Yeah, Sonic Team honestly has had a rocky start. I mean, I still say one of the worst Sonic games of all time is Sonic Free Riders.
Ooh, yeah. I could see that. I could see that. Yeah, Free Riders. Ooh, I don't know if there's any. Man, there's so many that I could just go through and be like, but none of them really speak to me. But when you mentioned that one, I was like, yeah, that seems to be the game.
Yeah, like,
but everyone has their own personal, you know,
I know,
preferences.
Yeah, I know how people always say that games like Sonic Boom, Sonic 06 are the worst Sonic games of all time, but at least they're playable. Like, I actually did a short on it explaining why.
Yeah.
But the thing is, Sonic Free Riders is stuck using the Kinect controller, and honestly, there is no way to alter it whatsoever. And and there's just been multiple videos on how it is just a pain to play, as in a literal pain, because it actually hurts to actually do all those advanced movements.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, we're gamers. How are we supposed to do advanced skateboarding action like Tony Hawk when we can barely even do that type of stuff?
That's true. Yeah, it's kind of it's hard to convert the, you know, especially when they have something that kind of worked for them, and it's hard to kind of like transition that to a newer, like, different kinds of technology and things. Like, they're so used to a particular thing, and it's hard to grow out of that. And of course, when you do, it's like you pretty much have to start all the way back down to like square one. You pretty much have to scrap everything and just build it from the ground up. And I'm sure they just, it was a struggle, for sure. I'm sure they really struggled just trying to get it to work.
Well, luckily, I think Sega's now finally going on the right track. Though the game I've heard is still pretty buggy. But then again, it wouldn't be a Sonic game if there weren't any bugs. Am I right?
Of course. That seems to be games in general nowadays. Like, they're like, here's a $60 game. We haven't completed it yet, but we'll be working on it while you have it. Like, it's kind of insane. Like, it was like Cyberpunk was like that. You know, they gave out a game that was unplayable.
Especially on
and
consoles.
then, you know, yeah. I mean, granted, they were really, really good about, you know, refunding and then actually making it work to where it actually turned out to be a good game. I think that and No Man's Sky are like the only two that managed to turn a game that was so badly made into something that was worth the wait, and worth the patience.
Yeah, and plus it helps also that Cyberpunk got a pretty ball in anime.
Yeah, I think the anime really helped out big time.
I really need to finish it, though, because I've just hadn't had enough time to actually really watch it all.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
Well,
that's all I'm going to say.
Trigger's got
it's
some...
just,
I mean, Trigger's got a pretty good line of good anime. And also Darling in the Franxx.
Ooh, yes. That's a good one.
No,
but I said...
Actually, I was referring to it being bad.
What? I mean, I guess I can see that. Like, I thought it was pretty good. I'm not very picky, though, about things. Like, I'm just kind of like, yeah, the story's kind of you know. I will say that. It's not the best.
The story is a bloody mess.
Yeah. But that's what I like. I think I just like the story just being kind of, I guess, like, for me, like, I'm so used to a lot, like, that one great story like that I go back to and kind of think of is, I don't know if you've ever heard of Pandora Hearts.
You know, I think I've actually have heard of it. Actually, I haven't watched all of it, but I know there's a lot to it. It was like
it's one of the lot to it.
Yeah. I know
there's a lot
it has
to
its
it.
inspiration from Alice in Wonderland, but I haven't really seen the whole anime, honestly.
I will let you know that like if you like you don't even have to watch it, like just read it, because like they leave out so much in the anime, and it's so sad there's not a second season or anything of that, because they leave out so much, because it's one of those where they purposely make you so confused. It's like supposed to be a mess where you're like, wait a minute, but I thought he was the good guy, but is he the bad guy, or is he actually the good guy? Or you're like, wait, I thought he was the bad guy, is he supposed, you know, it just makes you question things, and then when you think you know exactly what's going on, it throws another curveball at you, and you're like, wait a minute, what? It's one of those that just throws you completely off. And luckily, at the very end, they tie it together, and then it starts to make sense. Then you're like, oh, now I know what's going on. Like, the whole point is for you to be so confused and so lost that it keeps you entertained, because you're like, well, what's going on here?
Like a method to madness.
Yeah, there's a method to their madness.
To their Alice madness.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is also a video game, by the way.
Yes, it is. That is true. Have you ever played it?
I do actually own the second Alice Madness Returns on that, because I actually got an Xbox a while back. It was my mom's old one that she kept in the house. Mm-hmm. So I've been getting some Xbox 360 games that I'll probably stream in the future. Mm-hmm. I'm also been...
Nice.
I'm actually just doing a lot of obscure stuff on my stream, like playing a lot of games a lot of people may not have heard of. Like, this week I played Gotcha Force.
Oh, okay.
It's a Capcom
what is that?
game. It's a Capcom game made for the GameCube where you play as these little tiny robots and you literally fight. Think of like an open sandbox arena fighter.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's actually really fun, and the fact that you can customize, like, you can hold at least, well, depending on how much GP points you have, you can hold at least up to 40 little mecha robots.
Interesting. I'll have to look that up then.
It's actually in my stream, ironically enough, and it'll actually also be in the Unlucky Streams YouTube channel.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
it's like amazing how many, like, sometimes it's those like so many of these games that people don't know about that, like, it's like a hidden gem almost. Like, a great example is Okami.
I still need to play that one, honestly.
Oh, such a great Wii game. I actually played it way back in the day. Like, I think I was in high school when that game came out, and one of my friends is like, she's really into like wolves and stuff, and of course, like, the main character is like a wolf goddess. So, and I was like, oh, it looks, like it looks cool, but and then she was like, after she played it, she gave it to me to borrow. She's like, you need to play this game. And I was like, okay, didn't really have much like expectations or anything for it, but oh my god, when I started playing that game, the story is good, like the whole scenes are good, the way you like bring like using a paintbrush to like battle and such is really good. The boss fights are really it's like everything about it was so good. I'm like, man, this game needs so much more credit for what it is, because
it's gotten so many ports by now. I think it's not considered a hidden gem anymore. It's considered a fan favorite.
Yeah. Now it's definitely gotten what it's deserved, which is awesome. Like, I'm so glad to see like so many people have heard about it, and
I kind of wish the same thing. I kind of wish the same thing for CyberConnect's Little Tail Bronx universe.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of that one too.
Yeah, if you've been following me, I'd never shut up about that series. It's a real hidden gem.
Nice.
I played Tail Concerto a while back for the first time in years, because I remember playing I think a demo of it when I was a kid, and I fell in love with the game. I mean, you're like you're like a little dog person who's a police cop in a mech.
Oh.
And that's the first game.
Interesting.
It originated on the PS2, though it's made by CyberConnect. The first publisher was Atlas.
Okay.
The second game was on the Nintendo DS, which was Solatorobo Red the Hunter. Takes place in the same universe, but trust me, things get even more crazy.
No, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I,
There's so many games that I think just you hear about, and like there's so many of them that need to get in that spotlight, and there's so many games that I wish that they would do remakes for, because they're just hidden gems. And now, like, that's the one thing I think with like Okami, it was great that it finally got the recognition that it deserved and everything. One that I'd love to see a remake for would be like Kirby Air Ride.
oh, that is
That
a
was like
great game.
that was such a good game. And right now I'm like, they need to make a remake of it.
No joke,
It's
I found
so
that.
good.
Yeah, I still have the physical copy I got from I think when I
Me
was in middle school.
too. Yeah, me too, me too. I still have it to this day. It's like sitting at my dad's place, just chilling there.
I just
But
keep everything.
hopefully hopefully my nephews play it, so.
Yeah, I'd say used to have quite the collection. I've kind of had to sold a lot of my games for cash recently.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's always a bummer.
yeah. But there's a way for me to play all these games in some way or form.
Mhm.
I'm just not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm just not gonna say how I do it.
For legal reasons.
Absolute legal reasons.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
I mean, how else am I supposed to play DreamWorks TV World Fighters on stream?
You know, you play it, you know, the legal way, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
the
I have a
legal way of doing
Yeah.
things.
Yeah, there's a way I can play a Japanese exclusive using Japanese controls.
Exactly. Yeah. You bought it all from Japan. You have everything, like the
Oh, I
controls
wish
and
I could go to
everything.
Japan. That's the dream.
I'm saying that you bought the games, like you got them shipped over. You know, you didn't fly there or anything. You know, you bought it on
oh, yeah. I
eBay.
totally.
Yeah.
Please don't find out. Well, anywho, if you don't know what DreamWorks TV World Fighters is, what if I told you there was a crossover between companies Takara, who made who make all the Japanese toys like Micromen, Transformers, and Beyblade, with Hudson Soft characters, with Konami characters.
Interesting.
Meaning you can have a match of Twinbee, Bomberman, Master Higgins, Optimus Prime, Tyson from the Beyblade anime, Simon Belmont, and Metal Gear Solid Snake in a match.
That's interesting.
Even
That is
crazier?
not
Fun fact also, some of the moves that Snake uses in Smash Brothers actually originate from this game.
that. Oh, real? Wait. Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, his punch punch kick animation
Wow.
actually originated from DreamWorks TV World Fighters as well as his down B.
Oh wow, I didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah, the more you
Huh.
know. I mean,
The more you know.
the archives is known for obscure media.
That is true. See, I'm learning so much from just being here. Like, I wouldn't have known that. Now I do. Now I can tell people that at parties, you know? They're just like, I'm like, did you know that Snake's moves in Smash?
It's,
Hey, you never know. You never know. There's a lot of Smash players out there, so, you know?
yeah, I'm sure some Smash fanatics will be very surprised or probably already know that happened. That is if they know about this game.
True. Well, that makes sense. But interesting. I never I'm just still thinking about it. I'm like, I didn't know, like Optimus Prime and Snake. Never imagined the two being together.
Yeah, it's a really crazy.
Interesting.
Though Bomberman and Snake nowadays, considering, well, you know, they are now owned by Konami.
Yeah, that makes yeah. That is kind of ironic in a sense.
And unfortunately, that also means that the series is going to probably go down under.
What do you mean? Oh, I guess that makes sense.
You know, because Konami has made some
Konami's
really bad business deals. I mean, at least thank God they're making Bomberman games still, and they're making a new Super Bomberman R too. Though they also try to make a battle royale Bomberman, which I played a little, and you kind of lose interest over time, and the servers I think shut down a while back. Because not many people were playing it.
Yeah.
All they really did was just reskin a lot of the Bomberman R into making its own battle royale game. Because a lot of the characters that are playable are all the ones also in Super Bomberman R.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, they haven't been making the best decisions lately. That is true. So hopefully it doesn't go down, but I guess we'll see if, like if they kept the original, people doing the games, maybe they'll just be like, here, like we'll back you up with money, anything you need.
Well,
like
I've heard that
we won't get involved.
Well, I've heard that they are bringing back Silent Hill finally. Unfortunately, it's not the Project PT thing, but I don't know if it's like a different studio entirely. Because I've never really played Silent Hill, so I'm not really a fanatic on that. Like, I play a lot of obscure games as well as mostly Nintendo. Like, name a Nintendo game, and I will definitely name a Nintendo character. I will tell you which game they originated from.
Yeah. That's
like no joke.
Man.
I actually knew of all the spirits in Smash Ultimate. I only did not know 3 of them in the main game.
Oh, damn. That's impressive. That's really impressive. There's a lot of them that, like, I didn't even realize. Like, it's kind of interesting to look at the sprites and kind of learn about things that I didn't even know exist. Just because, like, they brought up some very, of course, like, the main ones that, the big ones that everyone knows about and blah, blah, blah. But there was a lot of them where I was like, I've never heard of it, and I would, like, read up on it, and then I would Google where they came from, and that's how I kind of found out.
Yeah, I really loved Smash Brothers. It's like one of my all-time favorite games, just for the idea that it's a crossover of Nintendo's legacy content. And
Smash is great.
Yeah, like before Brawl, I was literally doing research on like every single game character Nintendo has made over the years. That's how I knew about characters like Marvelous, Sute Hakun, Sukapon, Demille. Well, you name it, I can name a. I'm even working on movesets on some characters for those in the future, because
nice.
My channel has a moveset concept series called Set for Smash. I've already got 13 right now, but soon to be 14 later next week or in a few days.
Nice.
And the 14th character is Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah. Everybody wants Crash Bandicoot. That makes sense,
Yeah, I know.
I feel like he might have. Well, didn't he? Wasn't it mentioned that this is gonna be the last Smash?
Well, no, I don't think it's not gonna be the last Smash, but it's gonna be a while before the next Smash game, and honestly, it's hard to tell what Smash will do in the near future. The idea, I mean, this is the ultimate Smash Brothers. I mean, say what you want about the roster, there are a lot of amazing choices on here, featuring characters from the old school era of gaming as well as the new era. I mean, I think the only people... I mean, I know a lot of people are not that crazy about Fire Emblem in Smash, but a lot of people also forget that Fire Emblem is one of the big 5 games that Nintendo makes.
It is true, yeah. It is a big moneymaker.
I mean, ironically enough, Fire Emblem Awakening, one of their best in the series, which actually got me into the game, it was going to be the final one due to poor sales of the previous titles.
Yeah.
And ironically enough, it saved the franchise.
It did, because, well, the thing is, too, like, the other ones weren't known, like, at all in the U.S. Like, the only reason why I found out about them was through Smash. Like,
well, yeah.
And then I looked for them, and of course I bought them, but they were really hard to come by, and they were really hard to find because they're not American. It was all in, like, Japan for a lot of them. So it was one of those, like, they didn't really make a game for, like, global, and Awakening was that game where they decided to like release it all cross. And I think the best thing that they did was the avatars, right? Like you getting to customize
Well, yeah, I
your
will admit that's
character.
true, but also you're also half incorrect. Believe it or not, Fire Emblem's first appearance in the West was Super Smash Bros. Melee. The first time we ever saw Marth and Roy was in Melee. Roy was actually a character who was going to appear soon in the upcoming Japanese exclusive Fire Emblem The Binding Blade, meaning this was his first ever appearance in a video game series.
Yeah. That is true. That is true. Yeah, that's actually where I found Marth and Roy was through Melee, not like Ultimate or Brawl or whatever.
Yeah, and due to the popularity of the characters, they actually decided to put Fire Emblem in the West, starting with Fire Emblem on the GBA, which was actually a prequel to The Binding Blade because the main character, Ellawood, is actually Roy's father.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that game was out in America. It just wasn't like it was hard to find. It was the same thing with like Xenoblade. That's a great example.
Oh,
like
yeah,
this is way back. When I was in high school, I had a girlfriend at the time that I was friends with, and she mentioned about it. She's like, you need to find this game. It's really good. It's so much fun. And I was like, okay. And of course, she's like, it's a like, for a Nintendo game, you can usually get through it pretty quickly. Xenoblade, on the other hand, just to get through the main story, it was like 64 hours or something ridiculous.
Oh,
like
yeah,
the main
I'm very
line.
familiar with the Xenoblade universe. I
and
actually knew about this. Yeah, true that.
Yeah.
Back in high school myself, I knew about Xenoblade back when it was originally called Monado, Beginning of the World. And then learning it was going to be a Japanese exclusive until Project Rainfall. And then when Xenoblade was announced to coming to the West, it blew my frickin' mind. I eventually found a copy. He had a GameStop and bought it. Though, unfortunately, I wasn't at that age yet where I really appreciated JRPGs. So my cousin was actually playing it while I was sitting and enjoying it, and we really had a great time. And it really got me to love the Xenoblade series. When I finally got Xenoblade 2, I fell in love with with it, and when I saw Pyra and Mithra joining Smash Brothers, I flipped. Because honestly, Pyra and Mithra are really great characters. Like, I know some people always compare them to anime sword fighters, which, by the way, not true. They are the swords, but they're also really deep characters that you get to learn from both Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well as Torna. And my golly, I love Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I think it's probably,
I've heard good stuff about that one.
Xenoblade 3 is like the best written game in the series because you really get invested in the characters. Like I couldn't stop playing it, and I played it after Live a Live, and I will be honest with you, I think Live a Live is the better game, gameplay wise. Story wise, it definitely has to go. I'd have to be a tie with both.
Yeah. Honestly, like the first one obviously is always going to hold a place in my heart because, I mean, that's what got me really into it. Getting to travel to Shulk and like Fiona and those guys and like, oh my god, what was his? Riki. I love Riki. He was my favorite. Like all time to this day, still one of my favorite characters. And the fact that he's like this cute little fluff ball of just adorableness, and he was a tank, and he was one of the best ones, and I was just like, yo, this is so cool.
Yeah, true.
And it was just like, and meeting these different characters and like all the different combinations you could do with them, and like it was so cool. And like,
yeah, it's really great it's really great that we finally got a definitive edition that has a proper conclusion for Melia's story, because honestly, she was kind of robbed a story arc.
She was, and because she kind of just like just came kind of out of nowhere, and you're like, who are you? And then like you never really explain, and you're like, she's just some random person that's just here. What the heck? So So when they came out with it, which I actually just got that recently off of Thrones. One of my viewers got it for me, and I'm so excited to play it again.
I actually have the special edition
Oh,
that
nice,
comes with the art
nice.
book. I actually pre-ordered it before pre-orders became annoying with Nintendo.
Yeah, yeah, I know. It's like they don't even do anything cool anymore with it. It's just like they're just like, yeah, just pre-order, and you don't get anything out of it anymore. And I'm like, man,
If you want
remember
someone
the back in the day?
there's
get
actually a
stuff.
company that does really great pre-order stuff. NIS America make some of the best stuff. Like if you pre-order the game, they
okay.
always make some really cool collections.
Oh,
Like
that's nice.
I like their storybook games, like the Wolf Girl and the Liar Princess. It comes with an actual little storybook because it actually has a storybook style. Same with its sequel or second game in the series, The Cruel King and the Great Hero. If I might be misremembering the names, but it came also with a little hero plushie as well as a storybook. Oh, and another
so
game they
cute.
also did, which is getting a sequel next year, Void Terrarium, has this also really cool collection. Like, trust me when I say, if you ever find an NIS America Collector's Edition, get it. They have some of the coolest stuff at the greatest prices. No joke,
Oh, that's
Liar
awesome.
Girl. Yeah, no joke. It was retail price, $60 for like some of their newer stuff, but it's worth it. And though the Liar Princess one was worth $30, and it came with the book as well as a soundtrack. It was a steal, honestly.
Yeah, but nowadays it's like they charge you $60 for just the game.
Yeah, but it really depends on like whether or not the game has any playback material or any quality. Like you can.
It's funny nowadays because like that's the thing. Like I look back, right? Like some of the games like I can look back at and be like, they cost like $30 back in the day, right? It's like Kirby Air Ride. Like I could replay that. I can replay Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Like all of the, the first two, Red and Blue, and oh wait, no, was it Sky and
It was
Time?
Blue Rescue Team and Red Rescue Team. They were the first
Yeah,
ones.
Blue.
Red
Yeah,
was on
they
the
were the
GBA.
first ones. And then it was like Pokemon Mystery Sky or Time.
Explorers of Time, Darkness, then
Yeah,
Sky.
Explorer. Yeah. Like those I can replay like a bazillion times too.
I actually still have my original copy of Blue Rescue Team with my.
Me too.
Yeah, level 100 Typhlosion.
Nice. I have a level 100 Swampert.
Oh, you started as Mudkip?
I did. Yeah, I got Mudkip. Mudkip is like I keep getting Mudkip like every time. It's so funny.
I got Cyndaquil my first time.
Nice. Yeah, Cyndaquil is great. I love Cyndaquil.
Who'd you choose as your partner?
Mudkip's my favorite. Huh?
Who'd you choose as your partner besides the,
I think the first one was with Pikachu actually.
I chose
'Cause I was
Bulbasaur.
like,
Also,
oh yeah.
Also, welcome. Thank you for following in Tikya.
Oh, Toichi.
Oh, you know
I
him?
can call him Toya. Yeah, I do. I do know Toichi.
Yeah, that little notification's a cute little thing I added because I think a lot of people know I'm a big fan of Dragalia Loss. Oh, tell me you're a Dragalia Loss fan.
I love that! Oh my god, dude, when it came out on the mobile, oh, I was so happy about that, dude. I love that. Dude, the music too, oh, don't even get me started. I love it.
Oh my god.
I love it. I haven't played it in such a long time because I forget why. I think it was like something, I think it's because I got a new phone, that's why. And I never re-downloaded it, but now that you mention it again, I'm like, oh my god, I have to like pick that up again.
Yeah, I've got some bad news for you.
Oh no.
Yeah, back in July it was announced that the series would be concluding. And next and at the end of the month, the servers will be down forever.
Why? It's so good.
I know. I mean, I did an entire month dedicated to Dragalia Month. Best adventurers, best Best Dragons, which was short, Best Events, as well as what the future holds for the series. But it broke my heart that the series was ending. But
dude, that
it was worth...
such a good series. Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah, and
I binged in that game so hard. Like, I had a problem. It
well,
was
honestly,
pretty bad.
Who could blame you? I played the game almost every day.
And it's just like the art style for it was really good. Like, that was one of the, like, such a great mobile game. Like, out of, like, most mobile games, that one was such a good one. Like, they did such an amazing job. Like, the animations, the style, it didn't get too complicated. Like, it was pretty simple.
And it had some really
easy.
great crossovers. Fire Emblem
Great
Heroes.
crossovers. Yeah.
I think the only bad one I would say would be the Mega Man one, and that one's just kind of okay. Because all you really did was just fought the dragons again and occasionally Dr. Wily.
Yeah, that's true.
Though if I had to say the best event was the Monster Hunter one.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, Monster Hunter. I love that game.
Yeah.
Have you played Rise yet?
Ironically enough, that was the game that finally got me into Monster Hunter, but
Really?
unfortunately, I have yet to play Monster Hunter yet. I tried the 3DS version once, but the thing is, that game is built for multiplayer, and I don't have any friends that do that. Also, hello, Toya.
Yeah, but Rise is really, really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good for newbies, so
maybe
that'll be like a future
it's
stream.
Fun. Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of fun. And especially like if you make any friends along the way that have it. I know one person. I don't know if you ever heard of Hanta. He's great. He loves that game. He's been playing it actually right now. And I have a few friends that I played it with, which was really cool. And then of course they have like the Okami crossover. They have a Sonic crossover. Sonic's, so you get like, so the best way to put it in simple terms, since people won't know the actual terms, it's like you get a dog and a cat companion, and then your cat is Sonic, and the dog is, the Calico, and the Patamut, I think is how you say it. Or Palamuts, yeah, Palamuts.
Honestly, the only other thing Monster Hunter related I've seen, and you might not like it, was the Monster Hunter movie.
They have a movie?
And it's god-awful.
Is it live action?
Oh, it's more than just live action. It is inconsistent garbage. Yeah, it's made by the same people who made the Resident Evil movies.
Oh, yeah.
Where, it doesn't involve around Resident Evil, and it all has the wife of the director.
And it goes really... Oh my god, yeah, and it just is like, they just speed through it. You can't even keep up. You're like, wait a minute. 5 seconds ago they were here, now they're here, but this person's now dead, and now they're off somewhere else, and it was horrible.
Not to mention,
God.
I think the first two, maybe the second one was a little more consistent with the Resident Evil universe. But everything else was trash.
Yeah. Oh my god. Actually, that was it's funny that you mentioned that. That was actually my now boyfriend, but at the time when we were going on dates before we started going out with each other, that was our Valentine's Day movie. We went to go see Resident Evil, and I think it was their last one. The last one that was made.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I can see why that relationship went south.
No, it was fine. It actually brought us closer together because we were laughing about it. We were both like, "Wow, this movie was shit," and we talked about how bad it was, and like, it was great. Yeah,
it's fun to riff on a movie sometimes, but honestly, there are just some people you can't watch a bad movie with. Like, I genuinely hated the new Jurassic Park movie with every fiber in my being.
Oh, what? Oh, God, I can't even keep up with the name. Isn't it like part of the Jurassic Worlds or whatever?
I think it was like Dominion. I think it was called. It basically
with,
it was
Chris Pratt.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, the first Jurassic World was okay. Copy paste, nothing new. But the other movies just got dumber and dumber. I mean, the second one made the dinosaurs the secondary threat. Why did you put the main title of the series, what's known about the dinosaurs, as the secondary threat? It just drives me insane that they made the main antagonist of the franchise frickin' locusts. Why locusts? They have nothing to do with dinosaurs.
Wait, the main threat was locusts?
Oh yeah, apparently for some reason, a company decides to make a mutated ancient locust come back to life, and they're causing a famine around the planet. And the only way to solve it is to get the DNA of a clone. And yeah, the movie gets just so bonkers. Yeah, it gets so bad bonkers. Like, you don't even think it. I can't even call it a Jurassic Park movie. The dinosaurs just feel so secondary to the film.
That's really depressing.
Yeah, it's an insult to the original source material, honestly. Like,
because the whole point was the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Like,
say what you want about
you
the other. Say what you want about 2 and 3. At least they realized the dinosaurs were the main threat. And personally, when I think of Jurassic Park, I could kind of see it more as a horror movie than what most people see it.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a horror movie when I was growing up.
Yeah, it makes sense that it feels like a horror movie. It just has dinosaurs in it. It gives you this, but a lot of people just go for the majestic style and think of it as like a, wow, amazing film about dinosaurs. Instead of forgetting about the things that traumatized us as kids when we first saw it.
God, the part that traumatized me was the T-Rex when he went and grabbed the guy in the toilet. Like, I don't know why that scene in particular, it just traumatized me. Yeah. I mean, now I laugh at it. I was like, I think I was like 5 or something. And I just, like, that scene was just vivid to me. It was like that one where the guy was in the toilet. But now, of course, I laugh at it because it's funny.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
He was taking a shit and he died, you know? And, but yeah, like, I, for the longest time, thought it was a horror movie. Because I'm like, this is terrifying. Like, it terrified me. I was scared to, like, go to the bathroom because I thought a fucking T-Rex was gonna come and, like, eat me while I sat on the toilet. Or, like, if I went into an office and there's, like, velociraptors or some craziness of that sort, you know?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, velociraptors were definitely scary. I mean, they were smarter than the average dinosaur.
That's terrifying. And they still live to this day. They're just known as chickens.
Yeah, it's also ironic. That means we're the top predator now.
Yep.
Because we literally eat the dinosaurs.
Mm-hmm.
We just batter them up and have them fried.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people don't realize too. Technically, sharks, turtles, and alligators are are kind of dinosaurs.
That is
because they lived during that time.
Yeah, I think it's thanks to that movie I got really into dinosaurs.
Oh, me too. I was a big dino fan for like a long time, and then I think it was like the Brachiosaurus. I think they discovered that was a fake one. I remember reading about something where they took the head of one and they took the body of like I forget what it was, like 2 separate dinosaurs, and he compiled it and he's like, look, the Brachiosaurus, and they thought it was a real dinosaur, and I guess it wasn't.
They just probably I would say they probably structure it wrong, but then again, some people will make a lot of money. People can get rich discovering a new type of dinosaur. Yeah,
exactly. But I was just like, I was so into it as a kid. I thought when I was a kid, I was gonna grow up and be like just studying dinosaur fossils and like learning about dinosaurs, and then that completely took a turn where now I actually I studied fish instead.
And now you're the unicorn of the sea.
Exactly. Now I'm a mythical creature, as a lot of people believe. Did you know a lot of people actually didn't realize that narwhals are real animals?
I knew that.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know that. they are actually real animals. And a lot of people were surprised when they were like, wait, they're real? And I was like, yes, we're real. I promise you. And people are like,
I'm just thinking that one image I see in GIFs when you do the thing.
oh yeah. It's so funny. It's so funny just like what goes on.
Yeah, I know there's this one animal that has a weird name, but it does not look anything like the animal. I forget what it's called.
Oh, I don't know, actually. I don't know.
Speaking of animals that don't exist, Pokemon comes out tomorrow.
True. Oh my gosh, Scarlet and Violet. Are you getting it, and which one?
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get one or the other. I can't really afford it.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. That's okay. I'm excited. I am getting Violet, and I'm curious to see how this goes because I've been a little like, I've been a little disappointed.
Yeah, I know some
with
people didn't like Sword
Pokemon.
and Shield.
Though.
Well, the main games haven't really changed since 1990. Since 1990.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time they actually changed up the formula and people regard it as one of the worst, ironically enough. I actually think the Alola region was pretty good, and then they ruined it by giving it a sequel.
Yeah, they did.
Though
I think they.
Though I actually think if all the regions, I think Kalos would be like the worst one.
Kalos. Interesting.
Because I know it's the first Pokemon game to really go into the third dimension, and people have been wanting that for years. And they added some cool new things like Mega Evolution and all that, but there was just so many things that, made it kind of bad. For starters, they added some new things like I think it was Pokemon Me. I think, like basically they let you pet.
Oh, right.
They let you pet the Pokemon and let you feel like actually petting it, and then next thing you know, your Pokemon is like a S tier god, wiping out every single team that comes their way, and it doesn't help. And it doesn't help the fact that Mega Evolution was also kind of broken.
Yeah. The only time I think that actually was beneficial was when you had to fight oh my god, what's it, the mega form of that the Ultra Beast legendary dude.
You mean
you know who I'm talking about? The
Yveltal?
Who?
Well, no, Xerneas and Yveltal from X and Y.
No, not Xerneas. It was he was part of the Ultra Beast group, the Zekromance or something. Do you know the oh god, let me Google his name real quick. It's gonna bug me.
Are you talking about Chorus? Because I think he was in Black and White.
No. There was like he was oh my god, what's his name? Zekroma or something. He was like the cube, or not cube-ish. It was a God, I can't. It was because in Kalos, or no wait.
Are you talking about
No,
Lysander?
He's not in Kalos. No, he was in Alola. I'm thinking of Alola.
Oh, yeah,
Never mind. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're thinking of Alola.
I'm
they
thinking
had
way
Z-moves.
before. Yeah, they had the Z moves, but they also there was the one time that system actually saved my ass because there was that one freaking legendary. It would turn in you took the lion or the
Necrozma.
Necrozma. Thank you. I couldn't remember the name, but yeah, he when he turns into he fuses with them, and then his final form, he would just one-shot your entire team. And
I know
that literally
there's actually
saved
a really
my
funny
ass.
Funny enough, there's a good exploit for that.
Oh, really?
Have a Zoroark in your party.
Oh.
I know, right? It blew your mind.
Damn. But still, I was able to still survive because it would just be like, oh, it held on like to one, it decided to not die on you and hold on to one life, so it had sturdy, and I was like, oh my god, this literally saved me at the last fucking moment where I thought I was gonna have to redo it, and I was able to kill it after that. I was just like, I just have to be the fastest one to get hits on it and kill it before it kills me.
So any Pokemon you're thinking of putting in your party?
Well, I want to go with Sprigatito because like it looks like a fucking weed cat, you know?
I usually go with grass types anyways. I'm a grass trainer.
Oh, really? This is actually going to be my first grass type.
Oh, good for you. I've always gone grass types
yeah.
every region. I started with Turtwig. I've gotten Chikorita, Snivy. I got Rowlet, obviously.
Oh, Rowlet's so cute. That was really hard for me to choose between Rowlet and Popplio, which I went with that one because everyone was making fun of it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a chance. And then everyone was like, when it got its final form, everyone's like, oh my god, it's actually cool looking. And I was like, yeah, don't mess with my homie, okay? But yeah, Rowlet was one I was thinking of getting, but I didn't.
Yeah, one thing I am happy about, like, I actually have seen every Pokemon, because, I won't tell any of them. I do want to show one that was, I do want to show one that I'm definitely putting in my party. Hang on.
Oh?
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, because I do know that, I get, oh man, it's been so hard to like not get the leaks. And also I forgot that like people in Australia did it a day before, because I'm like, how are all like so many people I know are playing it right now? And then they were like, Liz, it's because it's Australia. And I was like, oh my god, you're right.
This is
right.
the Pokemon
And also
I'm
I want Lechonk too.
This is the Pokemon I'm putting in my party.
All right, let's see. Let's see which one you got. Let's see here. I'm not seeing it yet.
Really? Must be, maybe it's a delay?
Oh, is it on? Oh, I thought you were sending it.
No, it's on the table.
Yeah, it's delayed. Yeah, it's delayed. Let me restart it.
Hang on.
Let me see if oh yeah, that guy.
It's called Tinkaton, and it's a steel fairy type.
Interesting.
And I really love this design, honestly.
Oh, isn't it like the Corviknights or something? They're like afraid of it because like it like purposely will try to like whack it out of the sky or something.
I know that I read the Dex entry. It's so funny. One of the things I'm also putting one of the other Pokemon I'm putting in my party as well will be Phalanx, because he's my favorite Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
Like,
yeah,
say what you want
Phalanx
about
is
Sword and
good.
Shield and the newer generations, the Pokemon designs have gotten far better.
Oh yeah, no, I honestly, Sword and Shield, I personally thought it was good for what it was. I was really disappointed though that the animation quality was not good. Like they cut and paste a lot of things.
Yeah, I know. Well, the fact that
the
they always make a new
animation was
Pokemon...
my downside for me. That was my biggest downside.
One of the biggest problems with Pokemon games nowadays is the lack of innovation. And the fact that they do have to make a new Pokemon game every year makes it a little harder.
Yeah,
Ew, fish. Don't worry, that's not me saying that. Said it was Dami.
Oh, Damie! Oh my god. Stinky robot. He's gross. Tell him boo. Call him a robot. He really likes that.
Robot.
Yeah.
Maybe Tinkaton can use some. Maybe Tinkaton can make some good weapons out of him.
Oh! That's true.
What do you think,
Definitely,
Tinkaton?
definitely.
Tinkaton.
Yeah, dude, that Pokemon right there, like, I want it. It's so cute.
Okay, I'll spare you, Dami, because you followed.
No, you can't spare him. He's stinky.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't really say
might
no
be
when
my
I
friend,
see Cleo. She's like the best Regalia Lost character.
She's really cute. She's adorbs.
Yeah, not to mention her Gala variant was super broken when she first arrived.
Oh my god. Yeah, dude, she was so broken.
I mean, she is
So
my favorite
broken.
character story-wise and, just character-wise.
Mm-hmm.
Though if I had to choose one just out of personal taste, Pipple.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I could see that.
I mean, Pipple's adorable, and I wish they did more with the little guy.
That is true. He is very cute.
And, the fact that Dragalia lost his ending is also kind of sad, because, we'll be having to say goodbye to everybody.
I know. That's, like, so sad. Oh, that game was so good.
Yep, I'm going to lose. And what's sad, even more sadder, I'm going to lose all those cool things I got from all the adventures we've had.
I know. That's like the worst part for like the people that spent money on that too. Like that sucks. You know?
I mean, I managed to get all the Persona 5 stuff and the Princess Connect event stuff.
Jeez. Damn.
And ironically enough, I didn't know that Pecorine was actually a permanent party member even after the Summon Showcase ended.
Oh yeah, that was one I was not expecting.
Well,
when
it's
that
because
happened.
it's because the developer is Psy Games, the same people who made Princess Connect, as well as Grand Blue Fantasy. Fun fact: a lot of the characters in when it's much, I'm better. Yeah, I don't think so, Dami. Liz has actually been really entertaining of a guest.
Yeah, you suck it, Damie. You stinky robot. He's gonna be so mad. He's gonna be like, what do you mean? I can't do this. I'll be like, ha ha ha. Fail, Damie. Fail! Flounder! I will admit though, he is really funny.
Okay.
He's an entertaining. He's very entertaining. He's actually one of my really, really good friends, so
Well, that's really
why
good
I'm
to know.
poking fun at him. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just messing with you, Damie. We like to have fun here at the archives.
Yeah. Damie actually has a talk show too that he does.
Oh, really? What's he talk about?
He talks about like he likes to get to know the person, like a little bit more. He'll ask them questions that he kind of figures out. He'll kind of like look at, he'll kind of like see a little bit about you and kind of ask you questions on that. He actually just interviewed my dad actually not too long ago.
Really?
So yeah, he interviewed Papa Narwhal, and then he'll also he plays a few games with you as well. Where one of them is great and magical and mythical and it's great. I can't tell too much about it, And then there's another one that's really, really funny. He likes to poke fun at people. That I'll let you know that.
Okay.
Especially me personally, which I will get back at you one day, Damien, for.
Also, thanks for the compliment on the set. The archives was actually something I made myself using a lot of cool stuff I found on Clip Studio, as well as
I was
some
gonna
other
say
stuff.
this looks great.
Yep, the archive.
I'm actually really surprised.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
Yeah. I'm not really crazy about line art personally, because I like to, because when I usually draw, it's always really edgy and stuff. But I really do like how I made this place really my own.
Yeah, it looks really, really good.
And the books,
it's
yeah,
very
I keep a
cozy.
lot of books, movies, and a lot of virtual media in here. Some of which I even use for my readings.
No, there you go.
Yeah,
I mean, it is an archive, right?
Yep, and in the archive, we play games, we do a lot of stuff. And by readings, I mean I actually read books here on stream.
Oh, nice. What kind of books do you read?
Well, actually, we started off last week with Percy Jackson and the Olympians.
Oh, nice.
We're actually going to be continuing that tomorrow with Chapter 4.
Oh, cool.
We actually
Very
have the
nice.
first 3 chapters in the highlight section here on stream as well, if you guys want to catch up with me.
There you go.
I do
Look at that.
Though, no, I do stutter.
You do stutter? Hey, I think, hey, you know what? I do too. So you're not alone. English is hard, okay? I'm just gonna say that. English is very hard.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a I words be hard, and I have a hard time. I can't pronunciate shit,
Yeah.
and I can't even talk either. I'm just like, what's this word? And people are like, the, and I'm like, yeah, that word.
Yeah, I can be like that way too. But I can also be the smart one. I'm mostly the smart one in the family.
Yeah.
No
It's always
joke.
good to be the smart one.
No joke. One time my mom had to ask me how to spell avocado.
Oh, I mean, hey, you know what? That's a difficult word, okay? I'm not gonna lie. That is a pretty difficult word. Kind of. I mean, it's not like, you can literally spell it out loud, but
What you gonna do?
Exactly. It's just sometimes the English language do be tricky, cause like sometimes they like have like words like it's like oh god, like the words where they have like a letter in it that's silent, and then you're like, why do you have the letter if it's silent?
Yeah.
No one can spell it correctly if they don't know what the word is because it's silent. Why? It just doesn't make any sense.
Well, anyways, Tinkaton, how would you feel about being in Smash Brothers? Tinkaton! Yeah, me too. I think you'd be a good character.
Yeah, I think so. Oh my god, you could just like whack people off.
Yeah, it's not every day we have a heavy-hitting little guy in Smash Brothers.
Exactly. I would love that. Just like going and just like you have it come out of a Pokeball, and then it just starts walking around like whacking people off the screen.
Oh, Tinkaton, where are you going? Tinkaton! I think she's taking a look at the archives.
Oh, okay. Hey, you know what? Might as well. There's a lot of cool stuff in here, you know?
Tinkaton! Wait.
Oh, look. Oh, there. Oh, goodbye.
Oh, nope, she's back.
Oh, never mind. Okay. We're back.
So,
We're
what'd
back.
you do? Tinkaton! I'm sorry, what? Tinkaton! No, you don't tell me you did that.
What happened?
I think she just broke the finest china in the archives.
Oh. Oh no. Well, that's not good. That's not good at all.
Worry not. One of the upsides with the archives is I can do a little fixing. All I have to do is the following. Control Z. And it's fixed.
Oh my gosh. Yes, exactly.
Okay, Tinkaton, as much as
The
I think you're
magic.
adorable, you have to go sit in the corner and think about what you've done. Tink. Hey,
Yeah, go in the corner and think about what you did.
Tinkaton.
Just don't break anything on your way there.
Nope, she's just gonna be right there.
There you go. Just off in the distance watching.
Waiting.
Watching. Waiting. Breathing.
Scheming.
Scheming, exactly.
Well, speaking of Pokemon and Smash Brothers, season 3 or 4 is actually going to be all Pokemon based, with all the Pokemon from Sword and or Scarlet and Violet.
Yeah, I think oh man, I'm so excited for it because like the fact that they're gonna have like the past Pokemon where it's gonna be like Pokemon from the past and then Pokemon from the future. I think that's gonna be really cool.
Which is also ironic considering, Legends Arceus had Pokemon from the past. Would that technically
I think that was a great idea.
So does that mean the next Pokemon game will involve the future?
Maybe. I could see that.
Yeah, like
It's
you could see
just-
like what future Aerodactyl looks like.
Yeah. I'm curious to see like what they're gonna do with that, because honestly, like I'm gonna say like Sword and Shield was a letdown, but oh man, did they come back with Pokemon Arceus. It was not like aesthetically pleasing, but holy moly, the mechanics on that game were such a refreshment, and I loved the mechanics on that game.
You know,
Like 100%.
You know,
And I
it's gonna
really liked the thing that they focused on was like making sure you caught all of them. I thought that was cool.
You know, it's something I kind of find interesting that they haven't done yet for Pokemon in Smash. They haven't made
What?
They haven't made regional variant Echo Fighters.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't done that.
I think that'd be a cool idea if you think about it. Like, if Sandslash got into Smash Brothers, his Echo Fighter would be his Alolan version.
That would be, yeah, that would be cool actually. That'd be neat if they did that. I could see, yeah, that would actually be really cool, but they haven't done that at all. Man.
Could you take Listen a Fight? Oh no, definitely not. I'm a pacifist.
Hey, nothing wrong with that, you know? Nothing wrong with that. I don't just fight people just to fight them. Obviously Damie I would, just because, you know, he's a little a robot thing.
Funny who asked that question.
Yeah. I would kick Damie. That's the only person. He deserves it though. I mean, look at him.
Sorry to throw you under the bus, Damie. But on the plus side, there are no buses in cyberspace.
True. There's no cyber buses?
Nope.
Damn. Man, that's a shame. AI discrimination? No, that's not AI discrimination. It's just you personally. I mean, like Spanksy, she's an AI and I love her to bits and pieces.
And I'm just code.
See? Look at that. See? And I'm cool with Angel Star here, you know? It's just you, Damie.
You
It's
hear
not
that? I'm
discrimination.
cool.
Yeah. Unlike Damie, you're one of the cool kids.
I've never been cool before.
Well, welcome in. Me either. Oh, man.
Hey, Tinkaton, are you part of the cool club? Tinkaton! What do you mean you're cooler than
Tinkaton.
us?
Oh, I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, Tinkaton is way cooler.
Fair enough. I mean, the fact that she's literally the type that she's weak to actually kind of makes it a little powerful.
That is a cool combination.
Yeah,
like,
and I'm
it's
generally
typing.
surprised they're... Yeah, and plus, if she ever did make it in Smash, she'd be technically the first fairy type in Smash Brothers, not including Jigglypuff, because she has no fairy type moves.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's so weird. I like how they made Jigglypuff like fairy type, and then just gives no moves for it. And you're like, what's the point then? This makes no sense.
What are you gonna do?
Oh man, yeah, they didn't think that one very thought through for Jigglypuff. Poor Jigglypuff.
On the plus side,
Oh.
Jigglypuff might get an Echo Fighter in the future.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, I think isn't Wigglytuff getting a form? I think a new form.
No, it's Jigglypuff.
Oh, it's Jigglypuff. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. Jigglypuff. Yeah.
Yeah, they have these weird names
Sorry.
for the Paradox Pokemon.
Yeah.
I've been streaming for like a while now, like maybe a year. Though I do take a lot of breaks from time to time because I'm usually like editing videos. Like I'm more busy on the YouTube stuff. Like I've got like tons of video projects on my channel, like reviews, moveset concepts for both Smash Brothers and Multiverses. What's it like being cooler than Liz? Now, I wouldn't say I'm that. I mean, she's got the bigger follower count. Twitch-wise.
Okay, I'm just gonna say, being cool is not about the follower count. It's about you as a person. I have to agree with Damie. You're way cooler than I am. I'm just an idiot on the internet, you know? I don't know why people watch me, okay?
Ballin'. Thanks for the sub.
Yeah.
Sub to YouTube, not to Twitch. I don't think I have
well,
that.
even still, hey, nothing wrong with that. A sub to YouTube is also cool.
Yeah. I used to actually do parodies on my channel because I really got into a bridge series.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh god. Oh man, the bridge series. Man, that was that back in the day. Oh my god. I was really into the Attack on Titan one where the commander, that scene to this day is still one of the funniest scenes ever.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, TFS literally changed my life.
Yeah. They did. Oh my gosh, especially sweet Mother Teresa on a hood of a Mercedes-Benz. You sound like a majestic fucking eagle.
Do you sing?
Do you sing? It's like great. Oh my god.
But copyright's a bitch, so I don't do much parodies anymore, but I really want to get back into it. Like maybe I'll do like video game ones. Cuz those
that
ones
would be good.
Like I could see like myself do like I'd love to do one on Xenoblade Chronicles or Skies of Arcadia or The Legend of Dragoon.
Oh,
Final Fantasy Machine Bridge style. That way I don't have to worry about copyright because video games.
Yep. Yeah, that is a good. Yeah, that will be very much a lifesaver for you on that aspect.
Favorite gaming genre? I'm not really good at it, but I really love platform fighters. Like, there's just something fun about them. Like, it's like platforms. I guess are my thing.
I think Davey, isn't that what you like to it? Like platform fighters?
Yeah, like there's like so many that try to copy Smash Brothers, but there are some good and bad ones. Like one of my favorites that I think is a hidden gem is Indie Pogo.
Indie Pogo.
It's basically think Smash Brothers, but everyone auto jumps.
Is that the one with the pogo stick?
No.
Wait, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. My brain just like had a moment. No, I know what you're talking about now. That just took me a hot
Yeah,
second.
it's a really fun game though. They haven't done any updates in a while, and I do know they plan on making more characters, but I think it's because they're working on a second game. And indie developers work really hard on multiple projects. Can lead to some type.
That is true.
It's really cool, and it has some really cool characters playable. Lilac from Freedom Planet, with a costume based off Freedom Planet 2. Shovel Knight, Orcane from Rivals of Aether. We're planning on adding Octodad sometime in the future.
Octodad. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, surprisingly, I am pretty unlucky. Like, my favorite number is 13, and my luckiest days are Friday the 13th. No joke, Friday the 13th, found a $20 bill under my foot.
Well then, that is lucky.
But it's on Friday.
That is really lucky.
But Friday the 13th is a very rare day of the year, honestly.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So when it happens multiple occasions, it's a really good day.
It's always nice. You're always hoping. You're like, come on.
Yeah, and
come on.
Yeah, and I only use the term unlucky, showing that you don't really need luck to succeed in life. You just need to work really hard. I mean, I've really grown my channel. I've really grown my channel on my own, making my own content. Like, I've loved the stuff I've been making now. Like, I know I know a lot of people really love my parody stuff. But I've been really loving all the stuff I do, like the reviews and stuff, and also something also a video I've had done for a while that's coming on my birthday, December 6th, is actually, nice. I think, that video I have worked on that's completed is probably going to be like one of my most emotional ones yet, because it involves an anime scene that just speaks to me, especially because this year was really hard on me emotionally.
Yeah, it's been a really difficult year for, I think, everyone in a sense.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest. The last couple of years has been rough.
Well, yeah, I know the last couple of years have been rough, like in some way or form. Like year one was awful because out of a job, but on the upside, unemployment
Yeah, I
was
know that.
amazing.
Yeah,
I never seen that many zeros in my bank account ever.
It's true though. It's like amazing. So, it's funny because like the end of last year, like a few days before Christmas, I was let go from my job. And of course, that's the worst time to be let go, right? Because
Yeah.
it's like right before the holidays and everything. I was like, man, this fucking sucks. But then while I was looking in between jobs, I was just like, I'm just gonna stream. And oh my god, I was not expecting it to go in the direction that it has. And now that I can make it as like a full-time job, I'm like, man, I'm doing so much better than I have compared to my last job. Like, I am doing so much better mentally, physically, like emotionally, has been so much better than my last job. So I'm very very happy about it. So I'm just like, when one door closes, another opens. I like to put it that way.
I hear you. Also, Dami wants me to ask about the onesie.
Oh, my onesie? Yeah, that's actually what inspired my whole spiel, my whole shtick here is
Oh, hold on.
I actually
thank you for following Brambo545.
Brambo! You better watch out. Brambo's a menace to society. He's a good bean.
I grew up with 5 sisters. Try me.
If you're oh my gosh, you're not even an affiliate on here yet? Well, we gotta change that around. We gotta help you get that, cause Brambo's a menace with subs,
Ooh,
He'll sub bomb you.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
well, it's nice to have
he's
Brambo.
a sweetheart. He's a good friend. Don't worry about that. Oh, I will. Don't worry about that. Oh no. I'll mobilize Team Chaos. Oh, there you go.
Oh boy.
There you go. They're gonna come out and support you now. They're gonna try to get you the affiliate push is what they're gonna do.
Yeah, because I know it's the followers and the chats that definitely help out. Because I think that's the only ones I need left.
Yeah, the viewers, and I think followers and viewership. So that's the important thing. But once you get there, it'll be great. Team Chaos will definitely help you. That's actually Damie's thing. I kind of helped him kind of found his unofficial team called Team Chaos, where it's a group of our friends, and we're just supporting smaller creators and helping each other out to grow and make a community. So that's kind of the thing that we have. 50 followers and an average of like 3 viewers. Yep. That is it for sure. But yeah, no, it's honestly been such an experience to be able to come and realize when one door closes another opens, and oh hi.
Yeah,
Hi,
you
Tooth.
might want
Welcome back.
to move a little bit. I think Tikaton's about ready to sledge.
Oh no. Do I need a here. There you go. I'll move over for you.
Oh no, sorry. She confused you for a Finizen.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of crazy that there's a dolphin Pokemon finally.
I know. You know what?
You know what's even more crazier?
What?
There still isn't a pirate Pokemon.
Yeah, you're right.
Over 1,000 Pokemon and not a single pirate.
You're right. That's true.
What do you think about that, Tinkaton? Tinkaton! Yeah, she's not happy about it either. Pirates are really cool. Plus, she wants to really test to see if cutlasses are good against her mallet.
Oh, yeah. I'm surprised. Yeah, that's kind of funny that they now just... And they have kind of a narwhal one, I think, too. is as well,
Yeah,
right?
Titan.
Yeah.
And it's
yeah,
pre-evolution
yeah.
Citadel.
But yeah, that's kind of weird that they haven't come out with the dolphin one, because dolphins are like, when you go to like an aquarium or something, everyone's like dolphin. Like,
Though I
that's
have
their
heard
favorite.
that Finizen is like is another difficult evolution in some way or form. Like if you have no friends. Because apparently
no.
you need at least like it to be like around near level 40, and you have to do it while playing multiplayer with friends in order for it to evolve.
Interesting. I think from what I've heard for the new Pokemon game is like it's gonna be kind of like they'll have like an option for it to be like an open world or something.
Yeah, it is open world.
I heard something along that. Yeah,
it is open world.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, you can go literally wherever you want, but the gyms I've heard are still like
not that
level
way.
locked.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry, not open world. Like for people, like you can have people coming in and like you can open it to like random people. I think that's what I've heard. But then again, like I said, I barely know anything about it. I'm trying to keep as much of it like under lock, other than the official stuff that's been released by Nintendo itself, like all the leaks and stuff. I'm like, nope. I don't want to see anything about it. No.
Yeah, well, at least I told you about how Titan would have, how to get Finizen to evolve, because I think you've been scratching your head on that for a while. Is that going to be in your party?
Maybe. If it's a dolphin, I might. I think they're overrated. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it here. Dolphins are overrated.
Coming from the narwhal herself, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I will say this because I worked at a facility with dolphins before, and they are little shits, and they're evil. They're evil. There's nothing. They're smart. I will give them that. They're super smart. But oh man, you don't need it. You don't need it. You don't need a dolphin. Dolphins are overrated. There's nothing else special about them.
I was thinking aquarium. When you mentioned something like working with sea creatures, I was thinking of this one anime I saw last year that was pretty good until its second half. I forget what it's called, but it basically involved like this teenage girl trying to save this aquarium that her family owned, but they had to raise the money. But in the first half of the anime, they don't succeed. Next thing you know, the second half acts like a sort of like a sequel, and it kind of ruins the series, honestly.
Oh, interesting.
It's not bad, but it really loses its value. Like, if it was just the first half of the anime, I would have put it as one of the best anime of 2021.
Really? Interesting.
Like in my top 10.
I've never heard of that.
I forget what it's called, but if you really want the best of last year, To Your Eternity is where you go.
Okay.
Trust me, that's an anime you want to watch if you want to cry.
Well then.
Like, seriously.
Oh man, I don't need a tearjerker.
Yeah.
I want a ha-ha.
Well, if you want to...
hee-hees.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the more emotionally investing stuff. Like, I do love a good laugh here and there. Like, some of my favorite comedy animes are like Sleepy Princess and the Demon Castle.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that is like one of the best comedies you'll ever see. Like, I recommend the anime first and then the manga, because they do cut out some stuff from the manga. That way you can appreciate some of the comedy more. Not to mention it has like one of the best designed characters in anime history. Teddy Demons.
I'll definitely Teddy Demons. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're
Danganronpa?
Nope.
Rompa?
Nope, they're far cuter and they're harmless. Not
to
mention they have,
there we go.
Not to mention they have variants, like cherry panda ones.
Oh.
But that's not like until like far in the manga, sadly. So you won't be able. They're not in the anime, sadly. But you'll really love the characters. Like they're like each character like represents like enemies like in RPGs as well as the bosses. But they have like their own like wacky quirks, and some of them I will generally say are not well written in the manga as they are in the anime. Like Poseidon, who's like the rival of the character, is actually like really hilarious in the manga, but they hardly use him in the anime. And we don't really see much of one of my favorite characters in the series, Harpy.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mostly
I'll
because,
have to check that out then.
yeah, it's really hilarious. Not to mention the English dub, the Demon Lord is voiced by Kagi.
Oh, my boy, Kagi! Love him.
Yeah,
Love
so
him.
that's a good recommendation already.
Awesome. Yeah. I gotta support my homies, you know, and Kagi's one of them. I gotta support him.
Yeah,
So-
one of my personal favorites. I have 16 volumes of the series.
Nice. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out for sure.
Yeah, funnily
For
enough, I heard it
sure.
from a classmate of mine in my last year of college, and then I fell in love with the series. And when I heard the
Nice.
anime was coming out, I was highly recommending it to everyone that, follows me on Twitter, that if they read it or not.
Okay. Yeah. I'll definitely check that out for sure. I'm always I've been kind of stale with anime right now. I kind of go sometimes I'll pick a few and then I'll binge through them, and then it's just and then I'm just dry. There's nothing to hear about, and sometimes it's there's just so many out there, and I'm please, someone tell me some good ones. So it's always nice to hear someone really passionate about different animes or manga,
Yeah.
and they're they recommend it, and I'm always yes.
Yeah,
please,
true
I
story.
must see
What I
this.
used to do when I started making my content, I did the Jello Apocalypse thing where I reviewed every anime I've seen in 10 words or less. So
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
yeah. So by the end of I think last year, I had nearly 100 anime I reviewed and watched. So I had different review systems. I reviewed them based on whether or not I completed them or not.
Dang.
And if the anime is so bad that I didn't want to finish it, that's definitely a bad sign.
Oh my god. Yeah. Dude, it's so funny because I think was it? I think it was Moist Critical. I think he did that recently where he went on to I think oh god, what's that site? The anime rating system, and he found one, and it was the funniest thing because it's these two, it's a cartoon almost. It's not really anime, but it's so funny, and it's these two girls. They're sisters, and apparently their boobs can inflate or something. It's
Oh no,
really
I think I know what you're
funny.
talking about.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking of doing because I wanted to know what was the worst anime of all time, and I really wish there was a last button on the list things, because honestly, I scrolled through thousands upon thousands of pages of the worst anime ever, and when I saw it, I'm yeah, there's no way I'm gonna do a video on this. Mostly because
Oh.
it's gonna get age restricted on the mark.
But it's worth it. It's so funny. They could inflate their boobs, and gun bullets can just bounce off. I'm just what is this?
Okay, here's a good question.
What is this?
So here's a good question. Polarizing anime opinion. What is an anime you don't like that people do?
Oh my god. Gosh.
Asking the hard-hitting questions here.
Ooh. Believe it or not, I'm not really a big fan of One Piece and My Hero Academia.
Well, One Piece, I can admit,
Now-
is a little bit tricky to get to, and I know some people who are not really that crazy about Shonen Jump stuff, because a lot of it can be fairly samey.
Yeah.
And
For
your
me,
opinions
I
are
think,
opinions.
yeah, and for me, I think it would be so good if there wasn't so many fillers. There's literally arcs that are just fillers. And
yeah,
I'm
if you want one of the best
why?
examples of that, personally, I think Bleach is awful.
oh yeah. I mean, Bleach is the king of fillers, but oh my god, have you seen the remake of it?
No, I have not. Is it bad?
Oh my god. No, it is so well done. They did such an amazing job. Like, the animation is really clean. Like, I think
Now,
if they
here's
don't
something.
do too many fillers, I think it can definitely pull
Well,
it
Bleach
off.
has been done for a while now, and it ended in the most disappointing way possible.
Yeah.
I've heard
they're
that
redoing it.
Yeah, I've heard that they're going to. The anime is going to fix that, but I'm not going to hold that one because I found most of the series like there were some moments I'm like, there's some consistency problems I have with the series entitled.
Yeah.
Like, I think it would have been cooler, like, instead of, like, bleeding, because, you know, it's a typical anime thing, like, this is like the anime edgelords like, honestly. Like, that's what I think of when it comes to Bleach. Like, look at the cool giant swords and everyone's bleeding and they're Grim Reapers. Here's all that cool stuff, edgy edgeness. But in all honesty, it just lacks a lot of content and character development. Like, I have no investment in the multitudes of characters they try to give a story arc to. Like,
yeah, it did lose a lot of I think it's because, like,
its
I feel
writing,
like
its character writing is as bad as Fairy Tale's, honestly.
yeah.
Like, I don't think Fairy Tail is a bad anime. I just think it's poorly written with its characters.
Yeah.
Mostly because you know, Hiro Mashima had a hard time killing off its cast. But I will generally say, Eden Zero I think is the right step, though I haven't read it in quite a while, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, for me, I think I'm gonna see how it is so far. The first couple episodes have been fucking amazing, so I have high hopes. I'm hoping that, because like, it has such potential to it, and I think if, like, they just tweak it a little bit and kind of, like, tie those inconsistencies to make them actually make sense and things, or just cut them out or anything, I think it can work. It's just like I said, it's kind of one of those where I'm gonna watch it just to kind of see where it goes. But yeah, that was another one that I was a fan of it for a long time, and then towards the end I was like,
disappointed.
But yeah, One Piece for me has just been, you know, it's
One Piece, you either have started loving it or you finally got into it.
I loved it. It was just like, it's just long. It's just too long, you know.
Yeah,
there's
that's the argument that a lot of people say, but
it's just
One Piece
too
is still
long.
pretty. I really have been joining the adventure though. Like, I got kind of late into the party. Like, by the time I finally saw the series, they were nearing up the 2-year arc.
Yeah, I think, aren't they close to the end? Like,
Yeah,
didn't
they're
they
80. They're.
Yeah.
Yeah, in this story arc, they finally finished the third quarter of the story arc, meaning we are the big arc this time is the end game.
Yeah.
Though I did see the
just
movie.
Like, oh god, it's just so long. But, like, I do think, like, if someone were to lay it out and be like, okay, you just need to watch this, I think I could get into it. But it's just,
yeah, I don't think
know.
that's possible with One Piece. Like, you have to, if you want to get into One Piece, you have to know the arcs, because everything, because Mashima is putting everything full circle right now. Though funny enough, I did read an interview where he said that it is hard to keep up with everything, so thank God for wikis.
Yeah. Well, it's also, like, it's hard for people, like, especially, like, for me, who, like, was watching it when I was younger and then fell off, and it's, like, it's so hard, especially to get into it, too. It's so hard to, like, catch up at that point, because then you're so far behind, and I might give this a second shot. I'm not really sure. I'll see. Wait, didn't 4chan have it at one point, or whatever it was called? The, 4Kids or whatever. It was the one that, like, ruined every show it touched.
Oh yeah, that was the 4Kids.
Yeah,
that
or
one.
4Kids. Yeah, 4Kids.
Yeah, 4Kids literally ruined everything.
I think that's why I got out of it too. Was because 4Kids had One Piece, and I was like, nope, out of here.
Yeah, by the time
Done.
I watched One Piece, ironically enough, it was when Funimation got the rights for it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, because
So I
it's
dodged
taken
a
a
bullet.
drastic turn, and I was like, oh, damn.
Fun fact, though, the fighting game that had the 4Kids, that was actually a Frankenstein's monster of a game. Because there are, like, I don't know, like 5 grand battle games.
Mm-hmm.
and it always featured like a different arc and also featured different characters. But they had to Frankenstein both titles just so they only chose characters that were available in the English dub. And ironically enough, it was the only one. It was the only time they ever featured Eneru in the game in English.
Oh, interesting.
Before the Funimation got the rights to dub it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But if you want the Funimation dub, if you want a good One Piece game that has the Funimation dub, One Piece Unlimited Adventure for the Wii.
Okay.
Funnily enough, that was actually the first time we ever heard Frankie English his voice before, or before they actually Englished it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. That is true. You do make a good point there.
It's also really fun, and it has like one of the best multiplayers because you can literally play as every character in the game.
Ooh, interesting.
Like
okay.
that's inside the game engine. Like you have the entire like you get the entire crew playable and switch between. All the bosses are playable. Even the henchmen are playable.
Wow, that's actually really cool.
Yeah,
that's actually nice.
Yeah, though it does take a while to unlock them all, especially some of the harder characters. Like you have to beat them at least once and the secret character is Whitebeard, and he's the hardest to unlock.
Okay. Well, you know what? I like that. They give you a challenge, right?
Yes, it does.
And they give you something. So like when you do get them, it's like a sense of accomplishment, right? So I think that's great that they have that, and they give you a chance to unlock like all the characters if you want as well.
Dami actually asked what my least favorite game type is. I'm terrible at shooters.
Me too. Well, actually, I'm bad at all games, so.
Well, yeah, but I've never found shooters interesting, in all honesty. Like, they're always, Call of Duty has always made it so they're all practically the same. Like, Splatoon is unique enough to be its own thing, honestly, and I do enjoy it. And, but honestly, I have never really enjoyed shooters. Like, they're always, I think the closest shooter I ever really enjoyed was Overwatch, but even I'm off that game.
Have you seen that new it's like in development I think right now, where it's like that shooter Pokemon?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Fortnite Pokemon.
Well, no, it's like an open
game.
world. Yeah, it's an open world Pokemon game, and you have guns, and so do the Pokemon.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on that one?
It's weird.
Would you give it a try if it came out?
Yeah, but I don't know if I'd be able to stream it, because every time I try to play a game on Steam, it always ends up being, well, terrible.
Oh, no.
Well, luckily I do have, tons of consoles. I've got an N64. I've got basically every Nintendo console up to the N64, to the Switch. PS2, PS3, and I finally learned how to play PS3 games onto this streaming service.
Ah, nice. Good. So it's always good that you have your options.
Yeah. Now the trick is trying to make sure to play the game while streaming it at the same time.
It can be tricky. I will tell you personally, it's very, very tricky. Like, I have to stream my Switch tomorrow, and that's gonna be a whole process to try to get everything to work properly.
Well, it was easy for me. All I just did was put the Switch in, connect it to this one thing, connect it to the laptop, and then just put the HDMI that's connecting to the, game capture into the TV. Problem solved.
There you go. Look at that.
The PS3, you have to literally jump through hoops. You have to have a little device connected to your computer, and then you have to have your HDMI cable connected to the laptop, connected to the TV, and somehow play the PS3 game while you're streaming at the same time. But I don't really know how to do the double window thing, because that's beyond my personal knowledge on computers.
Yeah, I feel that. I understand that.
But when I finally get it working, first game I'm playing, The Puppeteer.
Ooh.
It's an obscure...
That would be a good one.
Yeah, it's an obscure PS3 game, and let's just say it's also expensive.
There you go. Always a good thing, right? It's a fun one, but also very pricey. You might as well play it, right?
Yeah. I have tons of cool games I actually want to play, and I'm excited that I'm streaming so I can do this, but there are some games I want to play on my personal free time. Like, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is definitely a me thing. Like, I want to enjoy that one to my fullest, and I've already played Live a Live, but I want to play it again because honestly, that game is amazing.
Yeah, definitely. You know what? It's always good to have some like games that you just play by yourself. You know, sometimes you need that. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you need that me. You know, that me time. I guess you could call it in a sense, where it's something that one of the things that can be hard is like sometimes. I know people don't mean anything by it, but sometimes people can backseat, and that can kind of ruin the experience. You just want to kind of like explore it on your own terms and stuff. You don't want people who obviously have already played it before you kind of just like ruining that experience in a sense, trying to help, like, that can be tough. So I get that.
What about you, Tika-tan? What do you think about it? Tika-tan! Oh, I see. She agrees with you.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah. It can just, that's just one of my experiences. But like tomorrow it's like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm just like, you can say whatever you want, but I'm not gonna listen unless if I ask. And usually my chat's pretty good about it. They're like, oh, hey, if you need help, like, let me know and I'll help you, right?
Okay.
So that's at least the good thing, is people who can respect you in that sense, which can always, it can make the experience better. And of course, if people want to try to do that, I'm just gonna be like, nah, fam, like, yeah, here.
Oh, hang on, Dami asked, Tika-tan, are you looking for a co-host? Should I send my resume? Tika-tan, thoughts? Tika-tan! Tan, 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 Tika-tan! Tan! Tika-tan? I think she didn't like that. She says she works solo. She only just hangs out here because, she's waiting until Scarlet and Violet releases so she can get out of here.
Oh, damn.
She said she'll visit, though. Tinka! Oh, you're saying goodbye, Tinka-tan? Tinka-tan!
Aww.
Well, it's great having you, Tinka-tan. Maybe when I get the
you.
game, I'll add you to my party. Tinka-tan! She said, I'll better or else.
Oh, dang. Just calling you out.
Bye, Tinka-tan.
Bye, Tinka-tan. Oh my goodness. Gotta get ready, It's almost time,
Yep, Pokemon Scarlet releases tomorrow, and unfortunately it's not gonna be a nominee for the Game Awards.
Damn.
Well, I mean, there's already enough good RPGs that came out. Live a Live and Xenoblade Chronicles got nominations. And that makes me happy that Xenoblade's getting a nominee for Game of the Year. Though I still say Live a Live should get it. I mean, nothing against Xenoblade fans. I'm one too. But Live a Live just has... But then again, I think it's because it's a remake of an original, so it couldn't count. But I'm really happy. That is true. I'm really happy this game got the love it deserved, because it actually got nominated for a few awards, like Best Music, and honestly, it should win that. I mean, have you heard some of the music in the game?
Yeah.
I mean, the story...
I have. It's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah, there were a lot of emotional moments for me in the game, and the music really helps that.
Oh, yeah. Music really is what can make it or break it in a game, especially, like, an emotional, like, you're trying to get a certain feeling from people. So, like, for sad, somber, bye, Brambo, for like a sad, somber moment, you want something that can really portray that feeling. And music, especially, I think for a lot of people, I'm sure a lot of you guys can agree.
Yeah.
It can really bring out those emotions in people.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Funnily enough, I mentioned like the video I mentioned that's airing December 6th was actually involves a song because it is really emotional, and when you really understand the meaning of the words, it really breaks your heart when you hear them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say what it is, because, see it for yourself, because if you'll understand why I think it's an emotional scene.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, what else is there to talk about? So you got any thoughts?
I mean, honestly, this has been great so far. I'm enjoying myself. I'm just kind of here.
Yeah, that's actually
just vibing.
yeah, that's kind of like I love to do. Like, I do love to I do like chatting with people and really get to know them really better. But I also love to give them some real fun facts. Like, of course, I've given you plenty enough as it is.
Yeah, no, I honestly appreciate the facts. It's kind of like, because a lot of them I have to kind of stop and think, and I'm like, oh my god, you're right. Like, I didn't like. Yeah, you're right. I forgot.
You got nominated for a award? Apparently, that's what Dami said, did.
Yeah, it was like a streamer thing. You could like nominate people. Apparently, I was on it. I had no idea, and I was like, oh, cool. I didn't win, but I was nominated at least.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool.
Weirdest looking VTuber award.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, I'm not the. Oh my god, unbelievable.
I don't know. There's one that's literally a chicken nugget.
That is true. Have you seen the coffee cup?
No, I have not.
Or the coffee VTuber? Yeah. There's his name. He goes by Kohi, and it's I think that's coffee in Japanese, and he's actually the coffee in the coffee cup, but his face portrays on a coffee cup.
So it's like a see-through glass, not porcelain.
It's porcelain, but you know his face protrudes on the cup itself. He's actually the coffee inside of it, but
so he's like Sinisty.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's very interesting. There's a lot of them out there. Really cool, fascinating VTuber models out there, for sure.
Creative. I mean, I guess mine's kind of one. Originally, I was...
Yeah, yours is great.
Yeah.
I like yours. It's very original. Like, the design of it, and like, it, like, you a lot of people would be like, you know, you're probably like, a lot of people, you know, they kind of go with the theme. I've noticed a lot of people are kind of the same kind of theme, but yours is like very unique. I don't think I've seen anything or heard of anything quite like yours. So I personally think it's really cool what you have going for you.
Yeah, mine has like tons of cool inspirations. Like obviously Bomberman from the face and hands. Though funnily enough, originally this look was actually from a Pokemon design I made as a kid.
Really?
Yeah, originally it was a Firecracker Pokemon.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but I added a few things that added a little more meanness to it, and next thing you know, I added hair, clothes, horns, and a little tail, and boom.
There you go. Look at that. It looks great for what you made. Who would have thought, right?
Yep.
Mine was just inspired from a onesie I got for Christmas before I started streaming.
Also, I have a cool little gaming design. See?
Ooh. Oh, interesting.
I gave myself Failings headphones and a pink see-through controller, a rock candy one.
Oh, cute.
Because, fun fact, that's one I actually use for when I'm gaming on the Xbox or on my computer.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, because it was
cool.
The Xbox originally originated from my sister, so this is the one I use for like computer stuff, like if I want to play Multiverses, Fuga, and stuff. But
I love it. It's cute.
Here's one where I'm reading. Then you can probably experience that tomorrow when I read Percy Jackson.
Ooh.
Yeah, something I never noticed. I've never seen a VTuber read a book.
Actually, believe it or not, I do know of one. He goes by, we call him Alu for short, but Aluter is his name, and he has this boy has a voice of an angel, and Damie can actually back me up on that too. And I've actually he sometimes will read every now and then, because his voice is just one of those that you could just listen to.
Well, I've been wrong before.
Listen to. So,
but I really
it's very rare.
I really love the facial expressions I love making, which I've never really showed a lot of.
I've been watching, and I've seen the little facial expressions you do. I think that's awesome. Like,
yeah, this one's
it's
like
so expressive.
Yep, this is the one I usually have when I'm like, I don't know, confused.
Yeah.
You've seen the chips one, one of my favorite chips.
Yep.
Me when I'm really happy about something.
Yeah.
Standard.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. This is me when I'm just exhausted.
Oh, these are so cute.
This is
I
me when I'm
love it.
mad. And
Yeah.
this is me when I'm furious. It even.
Oh, these are great.
Why, thank you.
Oh man, because like I've noticed that you've been like every time you've been mad or furious, like I really love that. Like it makes your model very
Alive.
expressive. Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And of course he blinks.
Of course. It's always good to have that.
Yeah, I mean, if we didn't blink, our eyes would turn red.
Yes, yes. That would not be good at all. But yeah, no, I like honestly, your model, it's very expressive. I love when you talk, like it moves ever so slightly, and like you have like different kind of like, you lift up your arm or you can lift up both of them or whatever. I think that's so cool. That's
Yep.
so cool.
I even use this for review purposes.
Nice, nice.
So like
yeah,
every time I want
see
to do,
why.
yeah, because because you see a lot of those old YouTube videos with those little images. This is probably like the easy way to do it. So all I have to do is just press a reaction like this, and I could actually do it for recording sessions.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a fun
awesome.
little easy way to make things a little easier on my part and makes
Yeah.
video editing faster.
Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. It's very unique, very original.
A fun little
and
hack for
that's-
those who want to, do reviews like what I do. I use the VideoTube Mini, in case you guys are curious. It's the best for PNG tubing.
Okay. Interesting.
And a lot of this is hand-drawn.
Nice.
Yeah,
Did you
'cause-
hand draw? So you hand drew it?
Yeah, I have a Clip
Nice.
Studio Paint software, which I've had for years. And what I do is, I usually just drew this on my Asus laptop, which has a touchscreen. So when I feel like I'm in a doodling mood, that's how I do all of my drawings, like for some videos and
nice.
such. Though
Nice.
my drawing is a little on the crazy side. So like it usually has like a little bit of a edge to it. So what I do is so what I normally do is like sometimes I add a new layer and I try to use a straight line tool to make it more straight, but I've kind of gotten used to the idea that I just like to do the scraggy drawing style. That's more my thing.
Okay.
Drawing though, coloring in though is not the fun part, unfortunately.
Of course. It never is. Oh, but it looks good nonetheless. Like
Yeah,
you
I
did
feel-
an awesome job.
Yep. Though it's not really easy to see. Yeah, I even have neon wings on the back of my avatar. It's easy to miss. Oh, that's not it. There I am.
Oh.
See? You can see the neon wings right in the
Yeah.
corner.
Yeah. I do see them. Oh, they're so cute.
Yes, thank you. They're part of the angel star look, as well as the little star emblems.
Cute. I love it. That's great. It's a good design.
Why, thank you. It really does brighten my day.
Yeah, of course. That's I think what I love about VTubing is like how creative people can be, with their stuff. It's it's always so amazing to see just like the amount and it's always fun to hear like what inspired them to get their model done and like like how they like any little inspiration that they got and kind of how they incorporate that into their model.
Yeah.
And especially to because it's a way to kind of express yourself in a way.
Yeah, I
think is
mean,
great.
it took me a while to finally understand what I wanted to do as a VTuber. I think it was like a while back when I did a stream with Alara, Multiverses style, that I finally understood what I wanted to do. I wanted to talk about obscure media and, chat with people who like to know about some interesting factoids. Because honestly, I'm like a big factoid brain in here. I'm like Dale in Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
There you go.
I love teaching people about these obscure things that they should know about. Like, it's really interesting to learn about the many things that a lot of people don't know. Like, did you know that there was a Snowboard Kids sequel on the DS?
No.
Did you also know it was what killed off the franchise?
Really?
Yeah, because
I thought the first one killed it off.
No, Snowboard Kids is really great. The sequel, it's just really difficult to understand at first, but it's like one of those. But Atlas games are always like those difficult to play, easy to master. Like I love Snowboard Kids too. It's like one of the best racing games on there, next to Mario Kart and Diddy Kong.
It is a great one. I will say that. It is very great.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that the DS version really changed up the character designs. They turned them into anime characters. Like Slash looks like Taichi from Digimon. I'm not joking. And what's even more...
no.
Yeah, like I did a video on it last year because I love that series. It was one of my favorites growing up. I played the original, which I'll say hasn't aged well, but the sequel has definitely improved upon the issues from the first one. And then
Okay.
And then there's also the Japanese version, which was on the PlayStation 1, which was an enhanced port of the original.
Okay.
And the character designs get even more wacky.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How so?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to know, trust me.
Okay, well, I will not ask then.
I mean, you could Google for yourself, but you'll be surprised.
That's true.
But you'll be surprised.
Oh no. Okay, well, I'll definitely look at that for sure. Cause I am curious now to see like what happened.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, you post your reaction and see how the character designs are.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh god. How could they do that? They just gotta keep everything the same. Like all you have to do is just keep everything the same.
Yeah, there was more than the character designs is not the one thing that was bad about the DS version. It was also the gameplay. Like characters had exclusive weapons. Not to mention the trick system was stuck to the stylus. Which 9 out of 10 times never worked. Trust me,
yeah,
I checked.
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised with the stylus.
I mean, there are really great games in the stylus, but there was this thing as learning to actually use the game systems for it to work.
Yeah, the stylus was very. It was definitely very difficult to work with.
I mean, there were a lot of great games that worked really well with it. Bowser's Inside Story is still one of the best games on the DS.
Yeah, that is true. You do make a very, very good point.
Not to
that aspect.
mention, Rhythm Heaven debuted in the US thanks to the DS version.
True, you are right. That did.
Though
it was very successful.
Though the first game was originally on the GBA.
Yeah. That is true. Oh man, it's so funny. Like, just how some games just like it's amazing how easy a game could make it or break it, right?
True.
Like, it's always impressive, like how they managed to fuck it up or to make it work, right?
Yeah. Don't know what Rare was smoking when they made Nuts and Bolts.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's a good game, but honestly, it's not a good Banjo-Kazooie game.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna ask you this. Have you ever heard of? And I know Damien knows this because obviously he has it. Have you ever heard of the game Taboo?
Taboo. I don't think so.
Taboo is a back in the day, it was a $30 game. And it's the creators of, Conker's Bad Fur Day, GoldenEye, the classics. They sold this game called Taboo It's the all-seeing and all-knowing, where you ask it a question and it will tell you with the tarot cards about your question. It answers. So like, you know, anything you want to ask it, except if you ask it if it's legit, it will crash on you. But literally, that's all it does is it reads off a few cards, it gives you some lucky numbers, and then you pick your state at the end of it, which, by the way, fun fact, some states don't exist on it. Wisconsin doesn't. I know that for a fact. And then that's it. It's like literally it takes 5 minutes.
Wow.
And you're done. Yeah. It was a $30 game.
And it's where? Available where?
I don't know where, actually. Damie would know that better than I do, because he has it. He's the one who taught me this, because he has the all-knowing taboo game. Because it's great. We love it.
That is
But it is... It's so funny. You're like, how did a company that made these like GoldenEye, like Conqueror's Bad Fur Day, like how did they manage to get away with this?
You think that's crazy? Microids made a lot of weird games.
True.
They made games. They made a game for Casper, the Friendly Ghost, Garfield, Asterix and Obelisk, and even Oddworld.
Oddworld. Oh my gosh, yeah, I remember that one. Oh, yeah, that was a weird fucking game.
You know, funnily enough, I was introduced to it with Munch's Odyssey because I thought it looked really cool because I like weird creature stuff. Like, I grew up with films like Small Soldiers. Honestly, I really like that movie. I F the haters.
Hey, you know what? Nothing wrong with that.
I just love the designs of the toys and the creatures. Like, I love creature features. Like, and not to mention, it was made by the same guy who made Gremlins.
Oh, Gremlins. Oh, that movie. I hate that movie. Gremlins. Ugh.
You hate Gremlins?
I mean, I like it. It just scared me as a child.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah.
I mean...
Is it technically a Christmas movie?
Was it made? Did it come out on Christmas?
I'm not sure, honestly, but I do know it takes place during Christmas.
Okay, this is a question for you. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Okay, I'm going to say maybe.
It came out on Christmas Day.
Technically, it released in July 22nd of 1988.
Well, I mean their recent like ones that they did a couple of years back was released on Christmas.
Oh, I didn't know they made another one.
They did. They did. And it was released. It's a Christmas movie. People call it a Christmas movie.
Yeah, the first one took place during Christmas.
So therefore, it is a Christmas movie by that.
Okay, yeah, because I know Laura keeps saying it's not.
It is. It is. Don't let them fool you. It's a Christmas movie.
And I had a weird revelation myself. Would Small Soldiers be technically a Halloween movie?
Yeah.
I mean,
if it follows that logic, yeah.
I mean, it takes place during autumn, so that's just my only idea, but there's no real Halloween references whatsoever, so...
True. I mean, if it came out... Well, did it come out on Halloween? Because if it did, then yes, it would be classified as that.
Oh, it released in 1980... Let's see, released in 1988. Oh, no, 98. Have you ever seen Small Soldiers? No,
no, I have not.
It released in June.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
Oh, sorry if I look ragey. When One of the downsides about using hotkeys is that every time I want to type something down, I have a new reaction.
No worries, no worries.
Or
You're
it looks
good,
like
you're
I'm
good.
having a seizure.
Hey, no worries.
Well, anywho.
No worries.
Well, have you ever seen Small Soldiers?
I have, actually.
What'd you think of the movie?
I thought it was good. I thought it was cute, you know?
Yes! Someone who also
was...
appreciates how good the film is.
Yeah, like, it was very good, you know?
No joke, when I was younger, I actually had a Slam Fist toy. He was one of the Gorgonites from the film.
Yeah.
I had both a Commando Elite and a Gorgonite, Slam Fist and Brick Bazooka. And no joke, the Brick Bazooka one actually could shape into a bazooka. Like, it was a weird toy thing. Though, funnily enough, there is no actual official Ocula toy. And no, it's funny enough, I always thought his name was Arcula. It's actually Ocula.
Ocula. Interesting.
Like Oculus, or like what they use for the term eyes. Because, you know, he's a one-eyed creature.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'm surprised it never occurred to me growing up. But then again, I never knew the movie that scared me as a kid was Ernest Scared Stupid.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not. No, yeah, true story. There was this one. Ernest Scared Stupid had this one moment where it had these really creepy monsters when I was a kid, and they took kids and turned them into little figurines. The only thing I ever remember from that movie was the fact that they turned kids into figurines, and that for some reason milk was their weakness.
Why milk?
I have no idea. I just remembered the movie. I've never seen it since.
That's so random.
I know, right? Why milk?
Milk? Why? Like, it doesn't
Again,
make
I have
any
no
sense.
idea.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yep.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Of course.
Yep. Well,
Oh
I feel like we've had a lot to talk about here.
Yeah. Oh my god, we've been talking for 2 hours. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a trick of the family. Well, anywho, I think this is a great time to say farewell to everybody, and we're gonna raid somebody.
Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me on here. I really had a good time, especially just chit-chatting. Like, I'm learning so much that I wouldn't have normally, like there's so much out there that we just don't know, and it's always interesting to learn, you know. I love to learn, and especially even if it's, you know, like random shenanigan stuff. Like, I talk about the weirdest stuff too. Like, I'll be like, did you know lobsters urinate through their eyes? And everyone's like, what? Yeah, they do. Yeah, that's their way of communicating to each other. They want to fight, they'll piss through their eyes. You can, like, let's fight. Or they want to mate, they'll piss through their eyes. It's just like, I love random stupid facts like that. It's just always fun. So, like, learning about, like, different video games and, like, all your little tidbits of knowledge, like, there's so much I didn't realize, and I was like, oh, that's, like, neat. And, you know, I'm definitely gonna look into some of this stuff for sure afterwards. I'm gonna definitely look into it because it's just fascinating sometimes to, like, be like, oh, you know, yeah.
Well, I should let you guys know. I should also let you all know that I won't be streaming all week next week because Thanksgiving. It's a really busy holiday for me and my grandmother. We do a lot of cooking. Though it's just going to be nice. It's going to just be me and her, but my God, do we make some delicious stuff. I'm really good at making yams. I make really mean yams.
Actually, I have one more question for you. What's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Let's see. I would have to go, well, recently, pecan pie. My grandmother makes the best pecan pie in the world. Like, you know how... The thing is, a lot of pecan pies you see nowadays, they put the nuts on top of the thing. What my grandma does, she shreds them all up, puts them inside, and then puts the filling. So you get little chunks of pecan.
Nice.
And then she tops... And then she decorates little pecans on the top, like a decorative thing. It is like a glazed. It is a glazed delight.
Oh, that sounds delicious. That
Oh,
sounds
yeah.
so good.
It's gonna be something we're gonna be eating throughout the week, because we're gonna make it early because the friend of ours is coming for like the week, and he's gonna want something sweet to chew on, and that's what we're gonna have. And then leftover dessert will be the pumpkin pie.
Delicious, delicious. Oh, that's a good one. Mine is probably the fried turkey.
The way
deep
how
fried
we do
turkey.
the turkey. Oh yeah, how we do our turkey's a little more interesting. Like I don't know if anyone else does it. Like what we do is we of course put it in a bag, but we also cover it in like seasoning, mayonnaise. I don't know what the seasoning though. But another thing we also do is we also put water around it. The thing is, like, that way we
Oh,
get
yeah.
Yeah, it's an old trick my grandmother learned from, no joke, someone she met at the bakery.
Yeah. It's like the beer can, too. You stick a beer can in the turkey, inside the turkey. It also helps keep it, like, moisturized as well. It's, like, weird stuff like that.
Well, anywho, anyways, I'll start the raid soon, and I gotta start the raid soon, and we'll be raiding Lara, who of course puts Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, so just put on the chat, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah!
So thank you guys for watching, and tune into the next stream tomorrow. Bye!
Bye, everybody!